Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/maliciouscompliance. And our first story. Sorry, ma'am. Of course your son can try the 7M SHU hot sauce. I work at a hot sauce store in a busy outlet mall. We're a well-liked, locally owned business and have many loyal return customers. But at this particular location, we also get a lot of tourists who are curious about our challenge items or Hot Ones products. We have a large variety of samples available every day. Literally like 100 hot sauces, 50 plus barbecue/wing sauces just out on the table, and we can pull another 50 plus bottles or so from the fridge if one's open. Every so often, we get people who come into the store and ask to try the hottest sauce. They love jalapenos in their burritos and have eaten habaneros straight. They think they're ready to enter the ring, swallow some sauce, and gain the admiration of a couple of friends and bystanders at the cost of a stomachache. We usually try to guide them to the 10th hottest sauce in the store, burn them with it, and move on to something mild or medium suited to their taste. Today, while I was selling items to people who were actually paying for things, a 10 or so year old boy enters the store. I always get wary when children enter the store alone because it's full of glass bottles. They usually dart straight for the shelves and pick something up, but this child came barreling towards me like a bullet. While I make change for the couple buying some sauce, he calls out to me, "Excuse me," in a horrendous, whiny pitch. I ignore the rude interruption and continue my conversation with customers. He parrots it again 12 times or so, back to back to back. I thank these people and get them out of the store. Finally, I turn to him. "How can I help you?" Where the F are this kid's parents? "Hi, can I try the hottest sauce in the store?" Not this crap again. I'm not dealing with this, not with a 10-year-old kid. I explained to him that the hottest sauce on the table is Hellboy, Right Hand of Doom. It's spiked with 6.66 million Scoville extract. And honestly, if you're not experienced with this kind of stuff, more than just a tiny bit can really mess up a good part of your day. Take my word for it. I explained to him that he has to be 19 years old to try it and sign a waiver, which is BS, but I'm off in 30 minutes, so F this kid. And instead guide him to a tasty fermented habanero that he coughs his eyes out on before explaining to me that he could handle the right hand of doom because his dad eats spicy peppers with him all the time. Okay, I say. He leaves. Thank God. 15 minutes later, I'm interrupted by another customer, this time a gigantic woman in a blue blouse. She's sat next to my sample table like a giant blueberry, blocking up 20% of my floor space. "Excuse me?" Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. The customers I'm with are polite and excuse me to speak with her. "You didn't let my son try the sauce." I explained to her that it has extract in it several hundred times hotter than anything he has ever eaten, and that it can cause him severe discomfort, and that I will not let him try it in my store. I explained that she is free to purchase the sauce and have him try it at home if she so wishes. She explains to me that she married a Mexican man and that I wouldn't believe the things we ate in New Mexico City, where he grew up. When I asked what they'd eaten there, she told me things hotter than anything we have in the store. At this point, her daughter interrupts our conversation. I crap you not. "Excuse me?" What? I'm getting annoyed. I was annoyed from the second I saw the kid. Now he's back 20 minutes later with 3 of them. "Why do you sell Valentina's? It's not even hot sauce." Jesus, are you from Mexico? It says effing salsa picante on the damn bottle. It's $5.50 and I'm off at 6. I've had enough. How about this? You can try the sauce, and if it's as mild as you think, I'll let him try it. She agreed and grabbed her sample stick. I reached for the right hand of doom and unscrewed the cap. Its nuclear aroma sending memories of aches to my stomach. As she goes to dip the stick into the sauce, I warn her, only take a small amount. She grins at me and dips the stick all the way into the sauce. "Trap card, B." She slaps it into her mouth. Immediately, she looks uneasy before she throws herself into pure agony. She's coughing, swinging her head back and forth, trying desperately to speak, but she can't muster any words. She dropped her sample stick in all the chaos. After a few minutes of coughing and dry heaving, she manages a single word, "Water." I explained to her that water won't help her now. My relief walks through the door just in time to witness the finish. She tells me that the only reason she's coughing is because it went down the wrong pipe. She then immediately vomits into our garbage can. She apologizes for spitting up, like she didn't just rocket launch a half a liter of chum into my trash can and then leaves without saying anything else. I tossed out the trash with a smile on my face and clocked out. Well, always listen to a hot sauce expert, even if you listen to our next story. Unless you're in the middle of nowhere, you have to work during vacation. Your salary. I work for a small company in the trades as head of the IT department, aka the only IT person. Truthfully, the gig's pretty great. Good pay, benefits, I can come and go as I please within reason. The two people I have to answer to are the VP and CEO, and as par for the course, they know crap about anything to do with technology and generally leave me be as I'm good at my job and everything runs smoothly. Being a small company, they don't give us a lot of vacations due to A, building the company, and B, not having replacements for the time we're gone. But after 2 years vacationless, we're in the United States, my wife convinces me to use the time I'm given to decompress and take a small 1-week getaway. I talk to the VP and he gives me thumbs up to take the time, barring I get everything in order and do some minor teaching to other staff in case of emergency. Okay, cool, easy. Enter FOD. Field Operations Director. A man who is an attack dog for the VP for no reason, as the VP is nothing but polite and reasonable. FOD loves giving everyone a hard time, adding steps to tasks to make himself look like he's part of the process, reminding everyone how much of a boss he is to the rest of us in management, and calling me a nerd any chance he gets. Fair to say, I dislike FOD immensely. After making my rounds with other staff, it's FOD's time to do some scary computer-related learning. FOD refuses to look weak under any circumstances and gets very aggressive when learning new things because I'm the boss, I already know. In the midst of learning, it dawns on him to ask why he has to learn this stuff anyway. I'm the nerd and it's my job to do this. I clue him in on the week I'm taking off and this stuff is just precautionary. This worries FOD as he'll have to retain information, answer questions, and do some minor troubleshooting. The conversation went something like this. I wish I could tell you this guy isn't much of a jerk, but he is. FOD, who approved your vacation? Me. VP did, as long as I could get you guys comfortable with some small maintenance. FOD, I only approve vacation time. I'm your boss. Side note, he does this so much that VP actually wrote out in the hierarchy and chart form that we all carry a digital copy with us to remind him who he's actually in charge of. Me. You're not. Showed him the chart. FOD, well, fine, but your salary, so you have to work during your vacation. You'll bring your laptop and work phone with you. Me. When you vacation, you make it very clear you're unreachable and can't be bothered even if it's an emergency. FOD, that's because I go places without service, and unless you're going to the mountains, you have to work your salary. Malicious compliance initiated. Me. Just to be clear, if I go to a place without service, I won't be expected to work, yeah? FOD, that's right, but you're a nerd. You don't do anything outdoorsy. Me. Great, thanks for clearing that up. Fast forward 3 weeks later, it's vacation time. All my ducks are in a row, people are comfortable with me being gone for a week and are encouraging me to just disconnect. A close coworker of mine knows of the conversation FOD and I had and asked what I planned to do about it, so I shared my easy but effective plan. Wife and I rented a cabin in the woods, 2 hours from the nearest town, and it doesn't have service. Set up automatic email replies that have all IT questions and concerns forwarded to FOD since he's the boss, he knows. Leave work phone on the charger in my office with ringer on, door locked, so he has to hear it, and voicemail changed to have FOD become IT for the week. Coworker loves the idea of flooding FOD with questions he can't answer so much that he gets other coworkers in on it. Midway through the week, I get a call from coworker with an update. FOD loses it. He can't keep up with any requests for help and didn't bother to memorize the simple tasks I showed him, so he does what any good boss does and puts in a request to take vacation until I get back. Retreat is always an option. Nothing screams leader more than retreat. It's not weakness and failure if he's not there. My coworkers were able to manage and FOD got his 3-day vacation, unfortunately. After the week off, I'm called into the VP's office to catch up and get things back on track. VP obviously heard of the hardships FOD faced in my absence and laughed at my MC, surprisingly. VP struck a deal with me moving forward since it was made clear to him no one else knew how to do my job. I can go on vacation wherever I'd like as long as I bring my laptop and phone and check it once a week. They'll refund my vacation time for that day, even if I only work for 5 minutes. I took that, but with the caveat of making FOD actually learn some of my duties just in case. VP agreed. Now I do an hour of teaching a week to a very surly FOD. After all, he's the boss. He's got to know. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, be sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and see you soon.